After playing back-to-back nights and eliminating Rimouski from the tournament, the host Remparts are making it 3-3 as tonight they face off against the champs from the West, the powerhouse Kelowna Rockets. Leon Draisaitl, Kelowna's top dog, the Oilers' third overall pick, dominates in the face-off circle, and he will be a handful.
Two teams with one common goal this evening, and that is to be in the MasterCard Memorial Cup Championship game on Sunday. The Kelowna Rockets have had a couple of days to rest up, and for Dan Lambert, he said his team feels like they're going to bring it tonight on all cylinders to really make their way to that championship game. For the Quebec Remparts, Phil Boucher has asked his team to play with no regrets. Come out as hard as they can, because at the end of this game, he wants them to know that they gave their full and honest effort.
Bruce Hamilton, as owner and GM of the Kelowna Rockets, did something that he hadn't done in his 24 years with the squad. This year, he traded a first-round pick. He doesn't do that, but he did to bring in Leon Draisaitl, specifically for games like tonight.
He did, and he didn't bring him in to spend half the third period in the penalty box as they did in that opening game that RJ referenced when he got a 10-minute misconduct. That was a frustrating game for him. It's been an interesting tournament for Leon Draisaitl at moments of excellence, moments of brilliance, moments when we really haven't noticed him. Tonight they need to see that more consistent performance, him bringing it every shift. It'll be interesting. He knows he's going to see a lot of Ryan Graves and Raphael Maheu again on the Quebec blue line. Let's see how he handles it this time around.
Kelowna's playing their first game in 3 days. Quebec playing their third game in 3 days. The equipment didn't even have time to dry. Let's see if they can carry some momentum. And they have a win against Kelowna under their belt to kick off the MasterCard Memorial Cup a week ago. Kelowna gets it into the Quebec end right away. Foucault plays it out himself. And we're going to have a fight early. It's Yannick Turcotte and Rodney Southam, the two number 17s, two top customers. And Turcotte throwing the rights. Southam's back up to land a few more rights. Toe to toe. This is a semi-final at the MasterCard Memorial Cup. What a start. 13 seconds in. It didn't take long for this rivalry to begin. Turcotte trying the lefts. He goes back to the rights. Southam lands a couple. And that was a marathon scrap to set the tone for this one.
Game on. Oh my goodness.
That fight was longer than gameplay so far. Pressured by Rourke Chartier. Got it to Nicolas Brouillard. And he got it to center, and Draisaitl was back behind the defense. Nick Merkley looks at the net. He's got some room to get to the middle of the ice. His pass, he was looking for Draisaitl at the side, but too many Remparts. Draisaitl turns at center. Drops it off for Chartier, and Chartier's come close to scoring. He was their big gun during the regular season and playoffs. Draisaitl kicks it one, but Zach Foucault owns the crease. Puck got there, and he covered it up.
Well, and there's Verrier giving him a couple of whacks, and I think he saw in the game against Rimouski that Loiseau got under his skin, and Draisaitl took a bad penalty, so Verrier thought he'd try him on for size here early on. Draisaitl, the big key here, third overall pick to the Edmonton Oilers, parks himself in front of the net, and he has to deal with Verrier, and even after the whistle, has to deal with Verrier. An inspired first shift for Nick Merkley, who comes out, controls the puck, throws a hit, and then gets possession once again back.
A lot going on in the first 2 minutes of this semifinal.
What a start.
A fight 13 seconds in. Kelowna had a pretty good chance, and Quebec's coming off their best opportunity. Devontae Stevens. He's at +3. That leads the Kelowna Rockets through their 3 games. Nick Merkley kicks it to the corner. This is the big line for the Kelowna Rockets. Leon Draisaitl to Chartier. His shot blocked by Matt Murphy. Dmitro Timashov.
Amazing start to this hockey game, really.
What a great goal scorer Adam Erne is, the Tampa Bay pick. Chance for Draisaitl to tie it. His blast was wide. Ernie's still out there looking for Etchegaray at center. Nick Merkley has it. Works to the middle of the ice. Ryan Graves never budged. Stood in front of him the whole time. Puck gets to the line. Knocked down by Stevens. Duclair taking it away. He might get a chance. Gets to the middle. Ernie's following up. The puck gets to an open side. Whistle was slow to get over, but recovering were the Rockets. Draisaitl trying to dipsy-doodle his way in. Joe Gattenby, long shot on Zach Fucale. But Chartier's lost the puck, and Brouillard will head up ice with a pass to Kurt Etchegaard. Now Duclair. Stevens knocked it away. Draisaitl starts things out for the Rockets. To the middle of the ice. Graves with that great long reach. It bails him out. Long shot from Bowie, handled by Fucale. And he finally did corral that puck just in time. Gary Leon Draisaitl. They will take a lot of face-offs for their respective clubs in this game. Draisaitl winds up with it himself in the corner. His pass blocked by Mahut, goes straight up in the air. Draisaitl controlling, shielding that puck. Merkley can't get to it before Graves. Stevens able to keep it in, gets it in front of the net. Draisaitl on the backhand. That was blocked by Raphael Mahut. Merkley, he can't get to the net. Quebec clogging things up. There's another chance. It's in front, but knocked away in time by Ryan Graves. We talk about Quebec's offense being so good. They're not letting Kelowna get much to the net right now. Draisaitl. He's the defenseman turned forward. Oh, what a pass. Draisaitl puts it off the post. Staitle misses the net. Merkley shovels it back in front. Out of the reach of Brouillard. Remparts will have to regroup. Brouillard skates it in himself. Draisaitl steals. Kelowna just had their streak of 5 straight games with a shorthanded goal scored broken in their last contest, their round-robin game against Oshawa. Timashov dangerously passed that in front of the net. That was off the skate of Graves. Maybe a good thing it was. Adam Ernie rips it around. Ryan Graves knocks it to the corner. Kelowna knocks it right back out to center.
We talked about some of that loss of energy for the Quebec Remparts. This is a perfect opportunity to get it back. Still 40 seconds left on that power play. You can hear the crowd starting to get into it again. You can't ask for a better opportunity if you're Quebec.
Remparts would like to set up shop. Make something happen on this power play. Mahut waits at the blue line. He can't shoot at the net. Elects to keep it down low where Duclair and Ernie might be able to do some work. Josh Moore.
Well, Leon Draisaitl is a target so far for the Quebec Remparts, and it's been Jerome Verrier who's been all over him in the course of this game. There you see a puck at the line. Verrier tries to keep it in. Draisaitl throws a bump, and then another check afterwards into the back of Verrier. And so he knows very well who's been all over him this game, trying to exact a little revenge and do so within the confines of the rules.
It's been quite blatant that Leon Draisaitl is a target of other teams, not a surprise. Play over 30 games in the NHL, you're a dangerous player. And Draisaitl, for the most part, has been able to handle it without too much retaliation. A lot of good signs for Quebec. Duclair getting his first in 9 games. Verrier is first in 15, and he's a talker. So is Draisaitl. What a conversation. Wouldn't you love to be listening to that one?
TV audience probably wouldn't.
Well, I might have to censor it a bit.
Couple of beeps.
Draisaitl with Staitle to his left. Pass gets away. Walk. Can't come up with it. Draisaitl relentless. Gets it over to Staitle. He might shoot this. He does. It's wide of the net. Fucale well aware of how lively the Colisée end boards are. That allows Kelowna to get a change. Staitle throws it in and then throws his weight into Mahut. And Raphael Mahut getting hassled by Staitle. Kelowna gets the puck, and Morrissey might get a scoring chance. He missed the net. Comes in front to Staitle. It's knocked in, and it's waved off immediately. It's waved off, hit with a high stick, and a very subdued celebration from Kelowna usually indicates they agree with the call.
Merkley's had a really nice tournament here for the Kelowna Rockets, and he's in the mix once again. His attempt to redirect that shot, goes awry, but then he stays parked in front of the net as the puck comes back there. Staitl's shot is deflected up in the air off the stick of Carrozza, and you see Merkley at the right side of your screen, stick up in the air, and he taps it down well over the crossbar and past Fucale and in. From the referee cam, here's how it looked. And with the referee cam, you probably see the arms waving here. Confirmed by the guys upstairs.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first period. Draisaitl comes up with a puck off the faceoff. Couldn't get into the Quebec end. Now they will. Murphy. He's hit by Merkley. Adam Erne, quick touch pass. Here's the captain of the Remparts, Kurt Etchegaray. Joe Gattenby, he's such a smooth skater. Wants to get this puck out of trouble, and he's trying to use his feet to do so, but Adam Erne's dangerous. And now Timashot has the puck. Etchegaray's open. His shot was deflected, and it went wide. Brouillard to Timashot. Erne snaps a quick shot on whistle. It doesn't matter where Adam Erne is. When he shoots the puck, it is always a dangerous shot.
Arguably the best player for Quebec in last night's game, and here he just tries to get position on Bailey. But Bailey does a good job using his body to shield the puck. Verrier rips him off balance, rips him down, and goes to the box as Phil Boucher looks up and says, hey, these 21 seconds here are extremely important for us to get out of this thing with a tie game through 20 minutes.
Kelowna 3-4-14 on the power play at this MasterCard Memorial Cup. Quebec's penalty kill working at under 70% at the MasterCard Memorial Cup. They'll have to tighten things up. Not much time to work here for Kelowna. Pass by Lineker, gets to Merkley. It's in front, big save. Fucale, puck's loose. It's still loose. Fucale looking for it. They're banging away. He's keeping it all out. Morrissey a chance to shoot. And it's sent down the ice by Etchegaray. Wow, not much time to work, but they got a lot of work done.
They sure did, and thanks to Leon Draisaitl, who started the period 4 for 4 in the face-off circle, he wins this, and because of that, there's a lot of pressure put on by the Kelowna Rockets. Excellent save there by Fucale, a couple of blocked shots, a huge scramble in front of the net, and with time ticking down, it was that close from Kelowna taking a 2-1 lead into the frame. Finally, it's cleared out at the dying seconds.
Merkley, Rorschach, Leon Draisaitl, Tyson Bailey, the big boys for Kelowna starting to take over this game towards the end a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of pushback after that quick start by Quebec. They really started to get a lot of offensive zone time. Leon Draisaitl leading the way, winning a lot of faceoffs, starting to get opportunities. You could see the Remparts start to wilt a little bit as the period goes on. They're the team that's played 3 games in 3 nights. The Rockets a little fresher. Draisaitl and his group broken up a little bit towards the end. There he is hitting the post. But right after that, after all that pressure, the Rockets did go down and score. And they're going to be a lot of pressure on Zach Fucale as this night goes on. I think there's going to be a lot of shots, a lot of zone time. It's up to the Remparts and their goaltender to see if they can hang in there.
Last physical game, Dan Lambert wanted his team to come out aggressive, and to start the game 13 seconds in, there was a fight. A 1-1 tie after 1. We start this second period with Kelowna on the power play. And they've got a minute and a half to work. Lots of time. Josh Morrissey. He finds Gage Quinney. Draisaitl scores! Kelowna leads 2-1. Power play goal. Draisaitl.
Big league skill. It all starts from the back end on the rush, and they just come up with speed. And instead of setting up shop, Draisaitl decides to take this to the net. Morrissey with the first pass. There's Quinney, and you see that Draisaitl has a step. And because he has that step, rather than setting up shop, he takes it right to the net, and it works out successfully. But how about the start to this tournament for Gage Quinney? He has been spectacular for the Kelowna Rockets. Add an assist to his 4 goals. Draisaitl puts the Rockets ahead.
Showing he's multi-talented. He's not just the goal scorer, he's playmaker too. Draisaitl was held off the score sheet against Oshawa. Only the 3rd time in the postseason that had happened. And since he joined Kelowna, he hadn't gone back-to-back games without scoring a point. That streak's still intact. That's a big goal. It's the go-ahead tally. Rempart. Nicolas Brouillard, he stops before he collides with Madison Downey. Devontae Stevens, he's from Surrey. Working behind the net, just turned 18 in January. Bright future for Stevens. Here's Draisaitl again. He's looking near unstoppable. Heads to the corner, just swats Brouillard away. Stepping into him was 16-year-old Olivier Gardot.
He's fearless, that Gardot.
What a pass. Merkley a chance. Draisaitl set him up. Kelly made the save. And Draisaitl, after a very active shift, he'll take some time off. He's on the bench now.
They're looking to see here whether it's going to be a 4-minute or a 2-minute penalty. And it'll just be a deuce. Etchegary was starting to work on the offensive to catch up on the play, and he ran into Sussel and got his blade right up into his grill. You see him trying to catch up there, and while doing so, gets it up and right underneath the visor. We've talked about the Quebec Remparts throughout the course of this event have at times been undisciplined. I think that was more incidental than anything, but it still had to be called.
Power play just clicked moments ago for Kelowna. Here they come again. Bailey fakes the shot. Morrissey, he had an assist on the Draisaitl goal, and here's Leon Draisaitl. He was looking for Quinney in front, trying to reward him for setting up his previous goal. Draisaitl's shot. That's off the side of the net. That got to the net in a hurry. Kirkland back to Draisaitl. Takes his time, moves it to the line. Morrissey heads to the middle of the ice, and Draisaitl has it. Hard wrist shot off the shoulder of Fucale, and that goes over the glass.
Leon Draisaitl starting the fire, and that's what he's known for. One of the best offensive players in the Western Hockey League throughout the course of this event on opening night against Quebec, and then against the Rimouski Oceanic. He would tally on a couple of occasions. Tonight in this game here on the power play, streaking up the wing and goes short side on Zach Fucale. That's a nice skill set to have. I'd love to have it.
You wouldn't be up here with me.
Good point.
Draisaitl won a face-off, and now the power play goes to work again. Kirkland, oh, hands of gold. Justin Kirkland, another power play goal. It's 3-1 Kelowna.
Kirkland missed some time due to injury throughout the course of the season, but they felt it was really important piece for them when they got him back in the lineup. And it's funny, you don't know how much you miss something until it comes back. And since coming back, he's been good, the Nashville prospect. But excellent hand-eye coordination as Fucale goes out to retrieve this puck. Kirkland pulls it back out of his reach and has so much patience to go to the backhand and open up the net for himself. Fucale gets pulled down and out of the play right here. Not a lot of help to support. Murphy's late getting there. And I could have scored that one.
You're still going to be up here with me.
I'm trying.
It's been a bad start to the second period for Quebec.
And the Kelowna Rockets swear by him.
Verrier, face-off win. Graves hustles over, but both defensemen were in close proximity. Brouillard chips it down to Timashov. Wide to Graves. Poked away from hand. Draisaitl trying to go in shorthanded. Breakaway. Leon Draisaitl stopped by Fucale. That might have saved the game for Quebec. Shorthanded Kelowna is so dangerous.
They had 9 shorthanded goals in the playoffs, and really the bane of their existence against the Brandon Wheat Kings. The shorthanded goal essentially eliminating Brandon.
Graves tried to get that big blast to his throat. Timashov. There's Graves, and his skates that time. Marc-Olivier Roy to Nicolas Brouillard. Roy. Timashov. Cross ice, nobody there. Brouillard has to play it off the boards. He goes cross ice. Roy shoots. Verrier was in front. Couldn't get it on goal. Now back to the line. Graves' wrist shot. That's blocked in front. Rebound was on Timashov's stick, but he couldn't pull the trigger.
Couple of good looks for the Remparts, though. They've got to be inspired by that. Quebec City or nothing. Quebec City or bust. And Quebec City it's been, and so far so good here in the center.
Mahou takes a shot. That missed by inches on the far side. Stevens. He's stopped by Carrozza. Verrier in there. He's good at digging these pucks out of the scrums. Draisaitl He's there as well. Barrier might have been more interested in bumping with Draisaitl, but he has the puck now. He's from Drummondville. He's an overage player, and Leon Draisaitl was looking to lay a hit on number 77, and he did. Merkley up to Madison Bowie. Drops it off for Draisaitl. Merkley was open. Pass was out of his reach. He got it off the boards. Circles, heads to the net. His shot is stopped by Fucale. Gets it to the net again. Stopped again by Fucale. How about a third time? Fucale stopped Merkley 3 in a row. Bowie, couple of strides in. A backhander on Fucale, and he backs it to the corner. Merkley again. How about the 4 spot? Didn't get that one through. Stadel stopped by Fucale. Draisaitl along the boards. Merkley. He takes a hit from Barrier. Gets it to Draisaitl. Oh, he was looking stick side, and he missed, and the puck comes out.
Blade looks like one of those highlights.
Not active right now.
He's the guy who was throwing his body around yesterday. And
there we go. Turcotte going to go at it against Chance Braid. Braid, one of the heavyweights in the Western Hockey League. And he usually protects his teammates. He does have a bit of an injured hand. That's not seeming to bother him. And Turcotte's second strap of the game. 9th in the QMJHL in penalty minutes. They're tied up pretty well right now. And Turcotte gets the takedown.
they have to go through the tiebreaker, and 24 hours later playing this one against a fresh Kelowna team.
Still 8 minutes to go in the second period. Leon Draisaitl out doing his thing now. Stops on the left wing side, waits for someone to open up. It's Morrissey. Had to react quickly. Kachev's behind him, and it's been a quiet night for Vladimir Kachev. Stadel's pass. Good stick from Ryan Graves. He can cover a lot of real estate with that reach. Bert Etchegaray. Cole Martin, 2 overagers, both battling to try to make sure this won't be their final junior game. Puck comes to Duclair, and he hit the post. Anthony
That off the start of the game, that we can come out and play physically. We know that Quebec has played just 24 hours earlier. We think that's an area in which we could take advantage of them and wear them down.
Crowd showing their displeasure with the fact their team's shorthanded. And that's trouble because Kelowna's been very good on the power play. 2 for 2 in the game. Face-off won by Quebec. Etchegaray won it. Remparts get it down the ice.
You know what? It looked worse to the fans here, but it was Timashov with the original hole before he got held by Bowie.
Gage Quinney. Bailey was sprinting to that back post. Pass was a little too early. Morrissey looks at the net. Wrist shot deflected. Fucale to save. Mahou gets the rebound and gets rid of it.
Kelowna Rockets just continue to pelt Zach Fucale. 26 shots on goal right now. 11 for Quebec.
Crowd at Le Colisée relentless. They're just going to keep booing. Morrissey looks at the net. A lot of players in the way. Bailey gets a shot. Fucale to save. Looking for the rebound. Puck still loose. Kirkland pokes it to Bailey. There's Quinney. Tried to go to an open man. He thought Draisaitl was there. Instead, it's maybe a short-handed chance for Duclair. Ryan Graves, he scored a short-handed goal at this MasterCard Memorial Cup. The defenseman was following up, hoping for more of that puck luck. Didn't happen that time. Bailey, hit by Dutra. Dutra again takes care of Bailey. Lineker goes and retrieves the puck. Bailey's back up. Squirts away from Dutra this time. Draisaitl. He's the man who the boos are directed at. Madison Bowie wants to shoot, decides not to. This time he does. Too high though. Bounces in front. Nobody there for Kelowna, and Quebec will clear again.
Good battles going on in front of the net. Bailey bent over. He was being bothered.
And Barrier took a run at Bowie. Bowie took Barrier down. They continue to scrum behind the play. Stuff being thrown on the ice. Crowd's going nuts right now. The ice is littered with debris, and it's continuing. It's cans.
They're going to have to stop this thing. This is dangerous.
Play continues, music, and there's all kinds of cans and cups, mini hockey sticks, whatever the fans can find, they're throwing them on the ice. Merkley's heading to the penalty box. Is that Timashov going back too? Wow, this is getting out of control. 4:19 to go in the second, and it's 4-1 Kelowna.
Why we're seeing what we're seeing behind us, which is fans littering the ice. And that's the danger, I think, when you have a coach like Philippe Boucher decide to make it a public issue over who's refereeing the game.
An excellent point. Let's have a look at what some of these fans here, the callers say, are hot about. We'll call these just the non-call pack. Fans were pretty much hot from the opening get-go about non-calls. You may like them, you may not like them. The fans here, and you can hear them behind us right now as they've come pretty close now to actually cleaning up the ice. They are booing soundly every non-call. That was the latest installment. That's when things started to rain down.
Remparts are 2 for 17 at the MasterCard Memorial Cup. Well, they could really use a goal here. Ernie gets a shot. Jackson Whistle has made the save and hasn't had to stop many rebounds in this game.
In and out of the dressing room beginning in the very first shift of this MasterCard Memorial Cup against these very same Kelowna Rockets. Adam Ernie missed the remainder of that first period, and it's been tough for him to remain healthy. He's been back in the dressing room already once tonight in this game.
Merkley shorthanded. He can make some things happen. Wide open in front is Draisaitl. Oh, what a chance for Leon Draisaitl. Merkley found him. Kelowna's come close to scoring a shorthanded goal. Draisaitl both times. A breakaway, and then you could pretty much consider that a breakaway too, all alone in front. Brouillard, long shot, stop. Ernie, another chance, blocked, and it trickles past Kachev. Merkley's on that loose disc, and he fires. Reach, though, not insurmountable. That would have been the talk in the Quebec dressing room. Let's get a quick one. And Philippe Boucher would be overjoyed at 21 seconds into the period, getting that quick one. Now they have to chip away. Down by 3, full period to go. Duclair, head to Etchegary. Duclair keeps it in. Tried to shovel it in front. Draisaitl finds an open Nick Merkley. He's working against Raphael Mahou. Coming back, Kurt Etchegary intercepted that pass. Pokes it to the line. Stadel keeps it in. Merkley has it in the corner. That's feed to Draisaitl. He couldn't shoot from that spot. So he goes back to the line to Morrissey. And out in front of his crease is Zach Fucali in a late shot. Plus minus. And a lot of pluses on Kelowna's ledger tonight. Semi-final of the 97th MasterCard Memorial Cup. Kelowna, the Western Hockey League champs. Quebec made it to the QMJHL final. Halifax in 2013, that tournament in Saskatoon. He and Zach Fucali were teammates on that Halifax squad. Nick Merkley. He's being chased by another number 10, Anthony Duclair. Duclair in the corner, double team. Draisaitl makes a pass. It's turned over to Adam Ernie, not the guy you want to give it to if you're Kelowna. But Ernie couldn't get a shot through. Now Draisaitl has a breakaway. Leon Draisaitl stopped by Fucali. Quick right pad by Fucali. That's the second breakaway of the game and a point-blank chance for Draisaitl.
Awesome area pass on the sauce for Merkley.
Gauthier, hard glass. Whistle stopped it. Puck loose. Etchegary was looking for it in a sea of rockets. Whistle was the one who found it. Now there's under 10 minutes to go in regulation time. Zach Fucali continues to do his thing.
The stop.
Still a power play here for Kelowna. Draisaitl works to the line, makes a pass to Quinney. He feeds it over to Bailey. Bailey, will he be the target for Kelowna? He's one of their snipers, hasn't scored. They got him the puck. Couldn't get a shot through from there. Draisaitl. Over to Kirkland. Bailey. He's on the board. He's got a goal at this MasterCard Memorial Cup. It's on the power play, and Kelowna continues to roll.
That'll make Dan Lambert feel a little better about things, and they got loose there for a while. But on the power play, getting Bailey out there was so key. You know, here's a guy that they've talked about, all the guys that are picking up their first goal in this game. Bailey was one of those who hadn't been able to do so. And the right-handed shot parks himself on the goal line. Puck comes right to him. That's a good finish on the part of Bailey. And it's been that kind of night for the Remparts and their fans.
Making it to the semifinal here at the MasterCard Memorial Cup. But the Kelowna Rockets are just too good. A dominant effort from the WHL champions. And the Kelowna Rockets will play Oshawa for the MasterCard Memorial Cup on Sunday.